All right, what's up guys? So today we've got a very special test we're going to be able to do. Innocent Armor has donated me some of their gear to test, and if you don't know, Innocent Armor makes some very cool gear to wear, jackets and jean jackets and vests and things that are not very noticeable. Normal gear, cool looking stuff that's not doesn't look like a bullet resistant vest. So today we're going to be able to test on some of this stuff, and I'm actually going to test with a pistol first because we know it'll stop that. We're going to do some other dynamic testing that's maybe a little bit more unorthodox. You guys know me, so I'm going to test it with some blades. My predictions are it's going to stop a slash, it's going to stop a stab, but we'll see what it does with the knife. A little bit different physics that go into a bulletproof vest or a bullet resistant vest when it comes to soft armor stopping a bullet versus a knife. So we're going to try the obvious ones first, so let me put in my earplugs. Okay, so obvious test first that we're going to do is one round from the Canik TP9 SFX. We're gonna go center mass and see how she rolls. So obviously, I'm gonna say that's for sure stopped it. So yeah, definitely stop that. That's gonna make for a bad day, but it stopped it. So you're alive, and that's great because you can get this type of gear for the wife. They make some very cool vests for men and women. I've actually got a leather jacket from them. I'll show you. That's really cool. And I'll probably wear that every once in a while. So the next test we're going to do is going to start with a small knife. Now, I'm not going to slash with this one. I mean, I can, but it's not going to do a lot, right? So cut it open, but it's not touching the armor. Well, a little tiny bit, just through the paper plate, and I'll show you guys that. You know, the material itself, it's barely cut. But what I want to test is a stab with a normal size pocket knife blade. So let's see where we got here. Now I have a hard stab. Okay, so you want to spot me with the camera once we're done firing? So what we've got is the tiniest little puncture through, and that's with a very sharp knife, the very hard stab. So if you can see that, I'm fairly safe to say. You want to spot me on the camera, brother? Yep. My cameraman Steven helping me out. So I'm going to give it a couple more, and I feel like I could hit something hard with that, and it's going to go through. I've got like 1/8 of an inch wide of the blade coming through. So pretty safe to say a stab isn't going to do a lethal amount of damage, especially slashes with small knives. I'm not got a lot of leverage here. So if you can see, come up close. So I'm barely cutting the actual material itself, barely cutting it. Now, if I had a sword, that may change, but that's not going to be something you encounter. Like I said, things like this are going to be something you encounter unlikely. So now we're going to go to a little bit bigger blade. This is a cold steel Espada, and I'm going to give it a good slash. I'm going to go right through the zipper, good hearty slash, just to see what it'll do. All right, so there's slash. Want to come in close? So let's see. So now these are different dynamics, obviously, we're dealing with here. So I did not get through. Let's double check. Well, I did just a tiny little bit, but that's not a lethal cut. That barely nicked the surface. So that's a lot of resistance. This is a very sharp knife that I've sharpened myself. So that's good. I can run away and might get us some stitches. But obviously, this is made to stop rounds, and you saw it just stop that 9mm round. And once we're done with the video, I'll put a few more into it. But now I want to test a thrown blade. And like I said, the physics of this are much different than what you're going to find in any real life scenario. You're not going to find a bad guy throwing knives to the level that I do. So this is completely just for physics testing. I suspect it's going to go through, but let's see. This is a saber tooth I'm getting ready to finish up, and I thought, what the heck, we'll put an edge on it and see what it does. So we'll give a good up close shot. You want to back up so you can see the whole thing. All right, so sharp saber tooth, up close throw, no spin, penetration test. All right, so there's one. there I've got a little bit of penetration. So I hit once here and I hit it here. So I expected this to happen, but like I said, so there's through one layer. The physics of this are much different. So I've gone through one, and the other layer I went through with the first strike, but I did not go through with the second one. So that's 2 layers that it took to stop. So let's get one more throw on that, maybe on the right side. Let's try that one more. Get one more on the right side, try not to hit both layers. There we go. So you can see I'm putting about everything I got into it. Because I put through into some very hard material. What that's showing is that, yeah, is that lethal hit with a knife? No, it's stopping it. Even with my throw, you know, it's only going through yay far. And I mean, even if I was to come out of that pretty okay, this one made it through. You're not going to suffer the full spread of the knife with the full depth of penetration. So yeah, it's going to stop it. So one last test we're going to do before we light this thing up, because I'm very impressed. This is good armor, and like I said, knives and me throwing a knife at it is very unorthodox. I'm really impressed with this, the slashes especially, because a slash with this good sharp blade is quite the monster. So now I'm going to hit it real hard with the Primal Habitat utility cutting tool. I'm going to give them just a good one right here. See if I can get the tip at least through it. So let's see. Like I said, the tomahawk is traditionally a smashing cut, but this tomahawk's a bit different. I don't see any penetration through. There's my hit. No, it did not go through. See, I'm breaking surface area, so I only got that much tip, which the vest will absorb, and then it goes right to cutting edge, which is very sharp. But, you know, will it cut it? Yeah, but will it go through? No. So you're pretty safe. A good sharp knife with me throwing it, I can get it through. But is it gonna end you? No. It'll probably absorb most of that mass, especially in the front. You've got that little bit of overlap there, which is really nice, especially over the center mass. Very cool, stylish stuff. Yeah, that's very cool. Let's light him up. See if I can get this prototype sheath to work again. There we go. So, going back up. You got ears? Are you going to be good?
I'm good.
All right. All right. There's the canic. But yeah, man, that even all that ammo is definitely stopping. It's interesting, the physics though of the knife throw versus a cut. So I mean, that was a good plenty of rounds, and I didn't have any go through. But physics versus, you know, it's a big difference. So very cool stuff, very good protection, pretty stylish stuff. I definitely wear it and get my approval. There we go. I'm gonna give them just a good one right here and see if I can get the tip at least through it. So let's see.